An in-state matchup here in Knoxville. We welcome you into Sherry Parker Lee Stadium alongside former Chattanooga star Michelle LaCourse. I'm Charlie Collier as we get set for Tennessee Tech and Tennessee. Fourth-ranked Lady Vols back after 8 straight road games, and they're taking on a Tennessee Tech team that have won 7 out of their last 8 games after a 2-17 start. Michelle, should be a good one tonight. And you know, you look at these two teams, a Tennessee Tech team that comes into this one red hot, a Tennessee team that after starting 26-0, 2-3 in their last 5 games. In a midweek like this, what do you think both sides are trying to accomplish tonight?
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround for both of them, right? The Vols are looking to gain back some of their mojo after dropping that series in Gainesville, and Golden Eagles want to continue that hot streak after sweeping Lindenwood.
Well, for Tennessee, they turn to Erin Newer in the circle tonight, the sophomore from East Aurora, New York, a .90 ERA on the season. This will be her 10th start of the year, an 11-1 record for Newer. She has 3 complete games, 54 1/3 innings pitched this year. She's given up 7 earned runs, just 18 hits allowed, 16 walks to go with 55 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 101 off of Newer, but just thrown 8 1/3 inning over the last 2 SEC series. Chance to bounce back here tonight. First batter she'll face Olivia Evans, stands in from the left side as the first pitch bounces low and we're underway.
Newer had the start in game 2. Came back in the third and finished that game strong.
Gets a swing and a miss on the 1-0 home. Olivia Evans, a .269 average, her 26th start of the year. Junior from Hillsborough, Tennessee. One of really a lot of in-state players, Tennessee-born players on this Tennessee Tech squad.
Well, and that was something that Coach Penner mentioned to us before the game. You know, you've played all of these players, right? Whether in high school, in travel ball, you know, not to make the game too big for themselves. You know, that Tennessee team puts their cleats on the same way that they do.
And the 2-1 back over the plate for Erin Newer. Left-handed batters this season, 6 for 53 against Newer. Emma Clark behind the plate tonight, giving Elsa Morrison a night off behind the dish. Morrison in the designated player spot this evening. She's out to have a quick chat with Newer. Olivia Evans, Sophia Carroll, and Jalen Pederez lead things off for Tennessee Tech here in the top of the first. And the 2-2 ran in and got Olivia Evans. Leadoff batter on for Tennessee Tech.
Evans not phased. She's excited. She's got a runner on in this first inning. This one trying for that jam job inside and just catches her wrist. So the Golden Eagles find themselves the runner on in the first.
Probably not the start you were looking for if you're Newer here. Now with one on, Sophia Carroll, designated player, stands in from the right side, shows bunt. The pulls back, called strike 1 at the plate. Carroll this season hitting .241. Evans, you got to keep an eye on her at first. 14 of 15 on stolen base attempts this year. 0-1 to the outer half. Evens us up 1-1. For Carroll, started her career at Seattle from Brea, California. The senior rolls the 1-1 over to Dodge, takes her towards second, the flip to Faw for 1, throw back to Butt in time, and the leadoff base runner erased. 4-6-3 double play.
Carroll unable to get that bunt down, having to swing away. This ball on the outside part of the plate just rolls over it. And Tennessee getting to turn 2 here in the first.
2 down for Jalen Pederez. First pitch swinging, fouled off. .371 average. That's tops in the starting lineup. Tops on the team. This will be your 28th start of the season, Pederez. Sophomore from Whittier, California. Watches the 0-1 low. So for Newer, hit the first batter. How's that double play just help Settiel back down?
Yeah, that's pretty big because when you're coming in, you're looking to attack. You don't get to attack in that first at bat. Settle back in. Your defense is right there behind you. I mean, that's pretty huge if you're in the circle and trying to work through that first inning. As a pitcher, you always have that inning that just gets you, right? So, you know, whether it's the first, the fifth, the seventh, you know, you have that one that you just kind of have to get through. For newer, having a good start is really important.
The ground ball here, but Faw boots it. Still time to throw to first, but Padera is able to beat it out. So Tennessee came into the Florida series third in the NCAA in fielding percentage. Had some uncharacteristic errors, and now here in the top of the first, Faw can't handle the ground ball.
Yeah, Coach Weekly talked in those post-game interviews after Florida about how limiting those mistakes, limiting the freebies, whether it's errors, whether it's walks, making sure that they do these little things well.
Put a runner on for Ashley Capilouto, who certainly been swinging a hot bat. 5 homers, 17 RBIs in the last 8 games. You'd like to see her with the bases empty more often than not tonight, I'm sure.
Yes, Tennessee Tech offense has some home run power throughout it. So don't sleep on them. Don't throw it over the heart of the plate.
1-1 on the ground. Dodge flips it over to second, and Tennessee gets out of the first. So a couple of base runners for the Golden Eagles, but a ground ball heavy inning. We're scoreless here in Knoxville.
Lady Ball fans, remember, if you catch a foul ball during this evening's game, return to the fan HQ table for prize courtesy of Orange Mountain Design, proud sponsor of your Lady Ball. Also, Big Orange fans, be sure to check out our concession options here at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium, including Big Orange Bites, located behind that right field wall, and Good Homer Eggs Food Truck, located on the first base side. Head over there now and check out all the options available. Smokey always says, yummy for the tummy.
Back here, bottom of the first in Sherry Parker Lee, and Tennessee gets set to take their first turn at the plate. For the Lady Vols, back home after an 8-game road swing, and this is their 4th in-state opponent of the year. 149-4 all-time against teams from the state of Tennessee. 24-0 all-time against Tennessee Tech. Last meeting came in 2023. And as you take a look at this Lady Vol lineup, for the first time all season, Sophia Knight not leading things off. Gabby Leach will start it off for Tennessee. Knight down in the 3-hole. And Michelle, for Sophia Knight, you look at the last, 10 games, and after getting off to a start where she was hitting over 500, 229 in the last 10. What can this flip in the lineup maybe do for Tennessee and Knight?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe take a little bit of pressure off, but that 3-hole is pretty, there's a lot of pressure in that 3-hole too. But no, getting Gabby Leach in there to lead things off, stay consistent, and like I said, maybe get Sophia Knight to see some better pitches. But again, the 3-hole, it's not like the pressure's off in the 3-hole as well.
Gabby Leach, 352 average on the year, leads the team with 34 runs. In the circle tonight for Tennessee Tech, it's Emily York. The junior has been on a tear lately. This will be her 8th start of the year, a 5-7 record with a 4.35 ERA. Opponents hitting .306 off of York. Leach sends this one over to first. Harvey able to step on the bag, and there's one down.
Yeah, York, the pitcher of the week for the OVC 2 weeks ago. Coach Penner says that she's versatile. She'll throw it all. She'll change speeds. So looking to keep the Tennessee hitters off balance tonight.
You look at what she's been up to the last 8 games, a 5-1 record, 2.26 ERA with 20 strikeouts. She's certainly been a big part of this win streak for Tennessee Tech. Produces another ground ball. Ella Dodge first pitch swinging, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, you look at, you know, the turnaround that Tennessee Tech has had, kind of off to a rough start. Coach Penner said it couldn't get worse. So trying to turn things around in conference play, and they seem to be peaking at the right time.
Yeah, gotten a lot better instead. 6-3 in the OVC. They've won their last 6 Ohio Valley Conference games. And now 2 down here, trying to set the Lady Vols down 1-2-3. And here is the aforementioned Sophia Knight. She's first pitch swinging. A 4-pitch inning. Emily York go to work. 3 ground balls, and down in order go the Lady Vols. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, and we're scoreless through 1 here in Knoxville. Heading to the second here in Knoxville, a scoreless, pretty quick first inning between both of these teams, Tennessee Tech and Tennessee. Number 4 ranked Lady Vols after 5 consecutive weeks, number 1 across the polls, their second longest streak in program history, back down to 4 this week after dropping out of the poll, or excuse me, after dropping the series against Florida. But for Tennessee Tech, first game against a high major opponent this year, a chance to pull off an upset on the backs of a big series win against Lindenwood. You get through that first inning scoreless. You know, how do you pull off an upset tonight if you're Tennessee Tech?
Yeah, I think that if you're the pitching staff, you continue to try to keep the ball down, try to mix speeds. I mean, 3 ground balls in a row. And feeding your defense on both sides. Both Tennessee and Tennessee Tech have been keeping the ball low, except for that one.
Well, Ella Bishop swinging at the 0-1, sends it into left field. Savia Morgan getting the start tonight, runs in for the easy grab.
But I think just staying within yourself, not trying to do too much on either side of the ball. And this Tennessee Tech team, like I said, peaking at the right time can make some noise.
Sitting here in the 6th hole, McKaylee Harris, a .323 average this season. Makes her 10th start of the year. Senior from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Watches the first pitch ball from Aaron Newer. Harris, coming off of a strong weekend against Lindenwood, was 5 for 9 with a double, 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored in the series. Big cut at the 1-0.
In either conference, sweeping at home is pretty huge. You know, winning 2 out of 3 on the road is great, but trying to sweep at home is pretty monster.
Newer out of the circle, but fires over to first in time. So back to the ground here. Ground balls continue now. 3rd ground out of the afternoon produced by Aaron Newer. 2 down, looking for a quick top of the second. We'll have to get through Ella Grace Harvey as the freshman cuts through the first pitch. Harvey, .267 the average this season. Started in 25 games, this number 26. just a little late there on the swing. Pretty good contact, but foul for strike 2.
And Harvey, one of those, like with the rest of this big Tennessee Tech team, you know, working to find some opportunity and some consistency within this lineup.
They've hit 281 with 2 outs this year as the 0-2 bounces inside.
Big shout out to her family, and if you're from there, you call it Whitwell, Tennessee. She has had a great high school career there in Whitwell, and I had the pleasure of giving her lessons as a younger Ella Grace Harvey. So proud of her to see her, especially under these lights. Pretty exciting.
What a cool moment that is.
It is.
For
It's
both
very.
of you. Yeah.
I'm trying not to get choked up, Charlie. All right.
Well, here's the 1-2. Able to lay off, down and in. 25th pitch of the evening for Aaron Newer. Again, pretty heavy workload first 3-4 weeks of the season, and then, you know, Carlin Pickens missing 11 days as well. But for Newer, good to get some innings here. This one well struck, but running back to the warning track, Savia Morgan has room. So 3 balls in play in the second, but a 1-2-3 top of the second inning. Down in order goes Tennessee Tech. We're scoreless here in Knoxville, heading to the bottom of inning number 2.
Hey, Big Orange fans, we asked your Lady Balls for their favorite songs, and here are their top hits. Today we're featuring number 80, Peyton Hardenberger.
Bottom of the second inning, and for Tennessee, a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. 3 straight groundouts trying to get something going against Emily York here, who, again, last 8 games, 5-1, and got off to a great start here tonight. We'll see Elsa Morrison to lead off the bottom of the second. And Karen Weekly, post-game after the Florida series, was talking about how she wanted to see her team be a little bit more aggressive and swinging early in counts. Well, I think we might have seen the overcorrection there in the bottom of the first.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, that's what I was going to talk about as well, is just wanting to be more aggressive. But you can, you know, over swing. You can try to do too much. And I think that this team is hungry, and rightly so. But, you know, just keep trying to stay within yourself and try to barrel up the ball, get some line drives.
Elsa Morrison swung the hot bat for Tennessee in that Florida series as she gets ready to stand in here. She led the team at the plate, had a couple of extra base hits, a double, and of course a big 2-run homer against the Gators in 375 in the series. Got the break behind the plate tonight in the DP spot. She takes a first pitch strike.
It's really impressive to me that as a freshman in SEC play, she can produce, not just produce, but produce huge for her team, you know, with the long ball. Lots of exciting stuff coming for Elsa Morrison.
Foul territory here, running on Harvey. Hung up just long enough to make the grab. So 4 straight set down by Emily York to start the night.
Emily York jamming her up. Ella Grace Harvey with a great effort to that first base line, and another first batter, first out for York.
Big bat here in Mackenzie Butt, sophomore, hitting .339. First pitch swinging out to center field. Room for Evans on the track, and there's 2 down.
Just picked the deepest part of the field on that one. Good piece by Butt, but just underneath it.
Well, Still being pretty aggressive here early in counts.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're now at 8 total pitches for the first 5 outs for Emily York. She's dealing early. Emma Clark behind the plate tonight comes up with 2 outs.
First pitch changeup by York, just floats in there for strike 1.
51 miles an hour there.
That was pretty dirty.
So continuing to work ahead of batters here. The 0-1 is lined, and that's going to get all the way to the wall in right center, cut off by a sliding Evans, but Clark taking off for second. The throw not in time, and Tennessee has the first hit of the ball game. 2-out double from Emma Clark.
Great job by Clark after seeing that off speed, not really being able to time up anything else live. Takes that ball to right center, and how about Evans with that angle, cutting it off. I mean, that play at second was much closer than I had originally thought it was going to be, but Evans taking that angle, sliding, picking back up, quick transition, and great job by the center fielder.
Now a chance for a 2-out RBI with Maddie Rutan at the plate as the first pitch comes in high. And for Tennessee, they've done a lot of their damage this season with 2 outs. In fact, as a team, 75 2-out RBIs. They've allowed just 6 2-out RBIs.
That's pretty wild. That's a. You'd think that you'd want to get it done a little sooner, right? Not with the pressure cooker situation, but what a great job by Coach Weekly's team to feel the pressure, but be able to still produce runs. That's pretty impressive.
Well, I guess the other part of that, though, you mentioned you want to do it sooner.
Yeah.
The last 2 weekends, they've seen their 2-out average drop from 320 all the way down to 290. And that's, part of why, 2-3 in the last 5 games. And you think several times in that Florida series, stranded runners in scoring position, including chance to tie it in the 7th inning, a runner at third with 1 out that they couldn't bring home.
Yeah, that was my impression of that series as well, as just could not find those timely hits or a big hit, being able to put it out. Because we're really limited in that.
Rutan able to lay off a pitch that just missed outside from York. She was actually the one, Rutan was, at the plate against Florida that made that final out on the line drive. She couldn't catch a break over the weekend, had 3 really well hit outs in that Sunday finale. Tennessee trying to strike first, the 2-2. Oh, that was a good pitch from York there. Hard to lay off if you're Rutan.
Coach Weekly said exactly what you did, just had great at-bats all day, and that's what's tough as a softball player. I mean, you can have those hard hits and go back and be sad, or you can, take that as a win. If you don't take it as a win, you're going to find yourself, slumping in your brain.
Payoff pitch driven a long way from Rutan. Out of here. The 2-out RBIs continue this season for Tennessee. That's now 77 of them. And for Maddie Rutan, home run number 3. Tennessee strikes first.
That was a huge home run, almost to the train tracks. Great job by Rutan. Like we had just mentioned, hitting the ball solid, just has not been able to lift one like that. But boy, did she get all of that one.
2-0 Lady Vols. And here's Bella Faw. Faw hitting somewhere else besides the 9-hole for the first time this season. She's up in the 8th spot this evening. Hitting 200 on the year. She's a defensive specialist in short as she watches ball 1. So now if you're York, you got through the first 5 batters pretty quickly, but then double homer, what's going through her mind in the circle?
Yeah, especially by, that middle to, bottom of the lineup, not where you want to leave it fat, but, just got to keep plugging along. You've, shown your changeup that you can mix speed, so that's in the back of Tennessee's mind. But, she's been able to locate and get ground balls for the most part. But I think that the lesson learned there is you cannot leave the ball up.
Counts 1-1 to Faw. Tries to lay down a bunt here. It's foul. perhaps, you know, thinking an opportunity there with Paderas and Harvey back at either corner. York taking her time, the 1-2. Faw got under it, out to left. Playable for Martin, and she's able to make the grab. But for Tennessee, getting it done with 2 outs, Maddie Rutan leaving the yard, and the Lady Vols a 2-0 lead as we leave the second.
Hey, big Orange fans, we encourage your Lady Vols to play a game of Pictionary, and in the spirit of Tennessee Tuesdays, it has a volunteer state flair. So let's see how they did.
Statue? OJ's name? Minnie Mouse? Donald Duck. That's okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Smokey?
Tennessee Tech over the last 8 games, well, hitting over 300, 355 the average in that win streak, 64 RBIs, 8 home runs. And gonna need to get the offense going here as we get set to start the third alongside Michelle. Of course, I'm Charlie Collier here as Tennessee struck first in the bottom of the second. And now for this Tennessee Tech offense, 8-9, then back to the top of the order against Aaron Newer. Abby Kleinfelter leads things off as she watches ball 1 miss low. A lot of soft contact so far for Tennessee Tech, first time through the order.
Yeah, typically ground balls, Newer keeping the ball down. Saw one hard line drive to left field from Ella Grace Harvey, but other than that, you know, largely ground balls. But you know, after that first hit by pitch in the first inning, Newer settling down real nicely.
Back in the strike zone here to move it to 2-1. And you mentioned ground ball heavy this season. Coming into the evening, Newer had produced 73 ground outs compared to just 31 flyouts.
Yeah, letting your defense work and trusting them behind you, especially just because you know your strength as a pitcher, right? You know, you're not power, you know, really shoving it by them, but you're spinny and you're able to produce those ground balls. I think that's really important as a pitcher to kind of understand what you're all about.
Trying to avoid walking the leadoff batter here with the 8-hole up, but Abby Kleinfelter, good at bat there, earns the walk, and for a second time now in 3 innings, leadoff batter's reach for Tennessee Tech. Golden Eagles trying to strike back.
Yeah, they've been overall pretty patient, and Newer again working down in the zone. It's moving well, but kind of maybe that drop ball starting low and then going a little bit lower and not quite as competitive as she'd like for it to be. But you know, Coach Weekly talked a lot about trying to limit those walks, especially later in the lineup, as you mentioned, because you know, any team really, but especially in SEC play, they're going to capitalize, and Tennessee Tech is going to look to capitalize on these mistakes as well. Oof.
And a bunt here. Caught a piece of Emma Clark behind the plate. Skylar Gooden, freshman from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. She's in to pinch run over at first for Kleinfelter. So Tennessee Tech opting for some speed. She's been used primarily as a pinch runner this season. Her last at-bat came against Tennessee State. Clark seems to be good behind the dish. Not her regular spot this year. She's played primarily at first for Tennessee. Perhaps some pitch comm issues there. Is Tennessee infield ready for a bunt? Shows it again, can't get it down.
And that's that drop ball that Newer has been, kind of looking to have. That is a really competitive pitch. That's a great pitch in that bunt situation right below the barrel. So Newer back to attacking.
Keeping the bunt on here, 0-2. We'll see. Swinging away instead. Default short, flips to second for one. Speed of Julie Martin able to beat out the double play. But now one down and a runner on first for Tennessee Tech.
That bat for the Eagles, the center fielder, number 6, Olivia Evans.
So back to the top of the order, Olivia Evans was hit by a pitch in the first, and then was caught in the 4-6-3 double play. They were just off bottom of the zone there. Excuse me, caught the zone, pardon. Tennessee infield ready for another bunt here. And Newer, back-to-back strikes.
Evans being pretty patient. Got hit that first at bat.
Got into a two-strike count that at bat as well.
Yep.
Slow roller in front of the circle. Newer only plays to first, just in time to butt. But it does move a runner into scoring position for Tennessee Tech.
It does. Tech threatening with 2 outs, and Carroll coming up to the plate.
Yeah, Sophia Carroll in the midst of a 6-game hit streak. She drove in 4 runs in the Lindenwood series, so I think certainly a good bat to have at the plate for Tennessee Tech here with 2 down and a runner on second. Newer fires a first pitch strike. Again, Carroll rolled into that double play back in the first.
That was
Newer
a
slowing it down.
tough pitch to lay off of. You'd have had me on that one for sure. That was a great hold by Carroll.
Yeah, 55 starting over the plate, then breaking down and away. That's a lot of movement there from Newer. But it's 1-1. And now 2-1, back-to-back balls. Aaron Newer this season, when there's been runners on base. Opponents just 4 of 53 coming into the evening. Popped up in foul territory. Rutan gives chase, but it's well up into the bleachers. Tip of the cap there. Nice snag in the crowd.
Yeah, fine catch by the fan.
Fortunately, you don't get to keep
2
it.
hands, but the form is fantastic.
Looked it all the way in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, too many times you see him just try to stick up one hand.
Yeah.
Bobble it. Chopper here. Faw plays back on it. But a strike across the diamond is just in time. And Tennessee Tech, a couple of base runners, lead-off walk, but they strand a runner in scoring position, still hitless through 3. And Tennessee will look to build on a 2-0 lead when we come back here in Knoxville.
Hey, ball fans, we have Abby with us along with Rayleigh down on the third base side for today's Disney Bat Race. And here's how it works. Momentarily, they will put their heads on their bats and spin around 10 times. Once they're finished, they must run to the finish line. The first one to cross the line will be going home with a late-roll prize bat. So Addie and Rayleigh, let's get ready. Heads on the bat. 3, 2, 1, and spin away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.2, 10, go! And it looks like we have a winner going up with a Lady Ball prize pack. Let's give a big hand for both Addie and Rayleigh for participating in the Disney Bat Race.
Bottom of the third here in Sherry Parker Lee. Emily York set down the first 5 Lady Vol batters, then gave up a double and a home run last inning before getting the fly out. Has Tennessee up 2-0 here. York back out for another inning of work for the Golden Eagles. And Savia Morgan, Tennessee's 9 batter, will lead things off.
Yeah, really impressed with York so far. She's done a great job of keeping the ball down for the most part, but this Tennessee offense, 1 through 9, they're a threat. So
York a strike away last inning from getting out of the inning clean, stranding a runner at second, but in a 3-2 count, Maddie Rutan, the 2-run shot. For Savia Morgan, this is her 3rd start of the season after last year starting 59 games for the Lady Vols, sophomore from Columbia, Tennessee. She had 340 last year. This season, 222. She's been used more as a pinch runner, has 7 runs scored. Getting a chance in the lineup tonight, shows bunt on a pitch that misses up and away. She had 13 multi-hit games last year. She was primarily used at the top of the order. Takes a strike on the 1-0.
yeah, it's interesting to see how Coach Weekly has kind of mixed stuff up here in this midweek game, giving some players some different looks within the lineup and out on defense as well.
That cut away from York. Might have slipped off the fingertips there.
Looked like she kind of slipped on the rubber initially and wasn't super balanced to start that one.
Hasn't fallen behind in many counts, if any, here tonight, but 2-1 here. Still just 23 pitches. This will be 24. Ground ball over to short. Bishop fields the hop, and in time to beat a hustling Savia Morgan.
Yeah, Bishop doing a good job of getting to that and feeling the intensity of Morgan's speed as well. He got to make that quick transition and does a great job to fire that across.
Top of the order coming back to the plate for Tennessee. Gabby Leach grounded out to first, back in the first. First pitch swinging here. Shallow left field. Martin along the foul line, able to track it in.
These Tennessee hitters continuing to be aggressive, but you've got York that will throw off-speed first pitch and has done a good job of mixing speeds. Only one to really have her number so far is Rutan with that home run in the second.
So 2 down for Ella Dodd. She had a 39-game reach base streak snapped on Sunday. That went all the way back to last season for the redshirt sophomore. As the 44-mile-an-hour changeup missed from Emily York. (1-0). Right side on the ground. Harvey stabs it with the backhand and hustles to first in time. So Emily York battles right back for Tennessee Tech in the third. Sets the Lady Vols down in order 1-2-3. Top of the third inning. Keeps the deficit at 2 for TTU. We head to inning number 4.
Lady Vol fans, get ready for Journey's Final Frontier Tour at Food City Center coming up on May 30th. Tickets are on sale now, so head over to Ticketmaster.com and secure your tickets today.
A 2-0 Tennessee lead as we come back here in the fourth. Tennessee Tech will have 3, 4, 5 due up this inning. And, you know, Michelle, for Tennessee Tech, hitless through the first 3, though they've, you know, had some traffic on the base paths. Obviously, easier said than done, but what do they need to do second time through the order to have a little bit more success off of Newer here, down a couple of runs?
Well, we saw a missed bunt opportunity. I think that putting those little things together is going to be important. Staying patient. Newer still needs to prove that she can, you know, attack that zone. So finding that good pitch to hit, but they've got to try to get somebody past second base. So far, I've not been able to do that.
Just saw there a brief cut to the Tennessee bullpen on our screen as well, and Carlin Pickens was up and moving. Wouldn't be surprised maybe if Tennessee tries to throw her out there after a couple of losses this weekend, just ahead of the Ole Miss series. Right now, though, it's Newer here starting the fourth as she gets Paderes to chase one up and away.
What a fun pitching staff to watch. These 3 that have really shown a lot of maturity and promise in this Tennessee lineup.
The one's back behind home plate. Clark discards the mask, but it's up on the screen. So Newer working ahead quickly of Jalen Paderes. 0-2, and yeah, I mean, you look, Sage Marjetko, Carlin Pickens, Aaron Newer. Newer and Pickens have both been recognized at some point this season as the SEC Pitcher of the Week. And then for Sage Marjetko, 3 straight Friday nights in the SEC that she's looked dominant.
Yeah, Marjetko just with that killer spin, just so hard to barrel up. But any one of these 3 is a #1 on someone else's team. It's just, it's wild, the embarrassment of riches that Tennessee has in the circle, all complementing each other very, very well.
And there's the rise ball from Aaron Newer, gets Paderes chasing. And that's been her strikeout pitch this season. First strikeout of the night for Newer.
Yeah, this ball starts, you know, this is one of those where you go back in and your coach is like, what were you thinking? Why did you swing at that? And you're like, Coach, that looked good. That looked really good about 10 feet out. And then all of a sudden, I did not see it anymore.
Ashley Capilouto, first pitch swinging. Charging in, Rutan, the running throw to first. Difficult play there. Rutan made it look routine, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, she made that look easy. That ball took an awkward bounce, but she attacked it, and that's what you have to do on those plays, right? You've got to make sure that you are going for it full force, keep that glove down, and then a quick transition on the run to first base.
Couple of quick outs. Ella Bishop will be tasked with keeping the inning alive for Tennessee Tech. She lined out to left her first time through as she watches a first pitch strike. Bishop, another one of those in-state players for Tennessee Tech. Cottonwood, Tennessee. Goes after one low, swings through it, strike 2.
Yeah, these Tennessee Tech hitters are largely in the back of the box. But that drop ball, she's doing a great job of making it carry a little bit longer. Whereas if you're in the front of the box, maybe that drop ball like that one right there looks a little bit better and you're going to get a swing and miss on this. But with the Tennessee Tech hitters back in the box, she's having to keep it on plane for just a little bit longer.
1-2 from Newer, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Aaron Newer. She sets the Golden Eagles down in order. 1-2-3 goes Tennessee Tech in the fourth. And again, just back to that drop ball, got the swing and miss. Nasty stuff from Newer.
Our contestant, Joy McElroy, has the chance to go home a big winner this evening, and here's how it works.
Joy will receive a $15 Gus's gift card for every base that Tennessee's first hit produces this inning. For example, a single gets Joy 1 gift card, a double gets Joy 2, and so on. So, Lady Ball Nation, let's cheer on your Lady Balls this inning, and our contestant Joy McElroy trying to go home a big winner courtesy of Gus's Fried Chicken.
Tight one here as we get set to start inning number 4. Michelle LaCourse, Charlie Collier here with you as 4th-ranked Tennessee. A couple of hits in the second, only 2 hits of the afternoon, but both of them extra base hits, including the Maddie Rutan home run. And that's the difference right now, but Emily York has done a really nice job keeping this Tennessee lineup off balance. She'll see Sophia Knight to lead things off here in the 4th. Leadoff batters reached this season 45% of the time for Tennessee, 0 for 3 so far tonight. As Knight tries to sneak a bunt in there, but pulls back on a pitch away.
Yeah, a bit of a pitcher's duel we find ourselves in here in the 4th. Like you said, the difference maker being that Rutan home run in the second, but other than that, both sides fairly quiet through 4 innings.
Knight pops this one into left, diving effort, but it gets past Martin. Knight going to be able to run here. She's headed to third. The throw goes to third, and it's not in time. Leadoff triple for Sophia Knight. It's one of those all or nothing type plays in left.
That is tough because that's the risk you run, right? That ball on a line, pretty hard to left field. And this ball on the outside part of the plate. Knight does a great job of going with it. Great effort by Martin. Great backup by Evans, but
yeah, Evans flying to get to it there.
And that's what, you know, I tell my little Leighton under team, ball-based backup, right? You got to be in for something. You're always moving, and so Evans coming right behind Martin, but that is a triple for Knight.
So Elsa Morrison will have a chance to drive in a run for the Lady Vols. She's driven in 23 this season. As the first pitch, well located by Emily York, right on the black.
That's why I've been so impressed by York to give up something along those lines, or you know, just have something unfortunate happen and then just come right back and keep attacking. I think that's a really mature pitcher right there in the circle.
The 0-1 right at the knees, couldn't get the call there, but that's a pretty good pitch from York.
It's a good spot.
And we talked, you know, with head coach Danielle Pinner before the game, and when she was talking about York, she mentioned, you know, this is someone that locates really well. You know, said fingers crossed, hopefully she does tonight. She has so far, but then, you know, also said that these moments don't really affect her, that she's, you know, shown a lot of maturity this season. And I mean, it's played out here, bounced back from the Rutan home run with the pop-up. And I mean, even there, you know, runner on third to start the inning. Comes back with 2 really good pitches to start the at-bat. But in a hole here, 2-1. Fouled off by Morrison.
I think if you're Tennessee Tech too, you're looking for things to not snowball. Like, okay, that one hit, she got to third, that's a bummer, but you know, how are we going to respond and do these little things? You know, Coach Penner talked a lot about be where your feet are, live in the moment. You're going to have a short memory when things like that happen. And even if you give up this run here, you know, continue to try to plug back in once you get on offense.
Grounded over to third, stopped on a backhand, but now Paderas throws to first, and Morrison beats it out, but the runner did have to hold up at third base.
Yeah, just a hard hit, and you know, Paderas playing behind the bag, but this ball is shot down the line. She does a great job to stop it. That's definitely to left field. Deep should it get by her, because she hit that pretty hard, but you know, limiting the damage here, like I said.
I was about to say a closer play at first base than I thought it had a chance to be after the bobble, and Tennessee Tech, they certainly agree. They want another look at it. So this play is going to go to review, and I mean, if you're Tennessee Tech, I think probably a good challenge here regardless, you know, trying to keep this a 2-run deficit.
Well, and you are, like I said, you're kind of delaying that snowball effect, right? You know, put the Tennessee hitters on ice if you can and take this time.
First look at a replay. That's a nice stretch from Harvey at first. I think Morrison still got that foot down. I mean, especially call on the field being safe. I don't think there's anything there that is going to allow you to change it.
But that is closer than I guess I had originally thought it was, but that's a good review.
Now, out of SEC play, so this is being looked at on site. Both the umpire that made the call as well as the crew chief, Phil Friels, they'll go take a look at it back in Tennessee's replay booth. Now, in SEC play, obviously, it goes to Birmingham, and they take a look at it, make an independent ruling from the SEC offices. But back out of conference play here in the midweek. So they're looking at the same replays we are right now, and I don't expect it to go on much longer.
After video review, the call at first base has changed. The runner is out.
Oh, wow. Runner out at first, changed on the review.
Interesting. Good review by Tech, and you're limiting that damage and getting that out. And great job by Paderas for not giving up. Good stretch by Harvey at first, but Paderas could have bobbled that and just kind of, instead of throwing it away potentially, she went after it. That was a great play by Paderas.
So a big first out, and now Mackenzie Butt will try to bring that runner home from third for Tennessee. She flew out to deep center field, back to the warning track her first time through. Looks at a close miss there for ball one. Tennessee this season now 40 RBIs with a runner on third and less than 2 outs and 72 opportunities. Butt trying to be productive. York trying to keep her in check. Line drive on the 1-0, and that's well hit. Evans sliding stop in center field holds Mackenzie Butt to a single, but able to drive home Knight from third, and Tennessee leads 3-0.
Yeah, great job by Butt when her team needs her to get a little bit more going for her team. This ball on the outside part of the plate, Butt doing a great job of going with it. And boy, I'm impressed by the effort of Evans. I really have loved to see her take great angles, super speedy, and saves a double, potentially if she stays on her feet and holds up on that.
So Butt does her job and now heads back to the dugout, a pinch runner for Tennessee. Meredith Barnhart, the freshman from Parker, Colorado, takes over at first base. Emma Clark at the dish. She doubled her first time through, later scored a run on the Rutan homer. One down, runner at first. And Clark, first pitch swinging, gets it past the mid of Paderas. Ricochets down the left field line into the corner. Barnhart heads to third. Clark up to second, and now the throw in the infield got away. Everyone moves up a bag. Barnhart scores, and Clark slides in safely to third. 4-0 Lady Vols.
Super heads up by Barnhart, right? That ball just kind of squiggled out to no man's land, and she said, I got this. I am breaking for home. Big hard hit just off the glove of Paderas.
Almost another really nice play.
Absolutely. And then just kind of hanging on to the bag. That's a tag play, if anything, if you are going to make the play on it. So just, kind of took the play off right there. And those are the types of mental mistakes you can't have against this Tennessee team.
You mentioned it, though. I mean, for Barnhart, impressive, freshman, right into the game, cold off the bench. And, I mean, you get first to eventually home there. And, I mean, both of these coaches talk a lot about being process-driven. Well, you're seeing it play out there with a freshman that, makes the heads-up play, scoring on that throw-in that got away. And then, we've seen it a couple of times again. Olivia Evans, like you mentioned, her effort showing up in center field. Those are the kind of things that, dependent or completely independent from the score that, fires you up if you're a coach.
Yeah, and you're not going to – those don't show up on stat lines, right? Like, those are effort plays that you can't quantify, but those coaches know what they have in those players, and gosh, that's just awesome.
So that ends the day for Emily York, and did a nice job against this Tennessee lineup and started to get to her second time through the order. Lady Vols have done that this season, second time or more seeing a pitcher. This lineup's produced over 50% of their extra base hits and just 21% of their strikeouts. So saw her second time and 3 hits this inning. So that'll bring Faith Rush into the circle. Junior from McDonough, Georgia for this Tennessee Tech squad. And for Rush this season, this will be appearance number 11, a 5.03 ERA in 23 2/3 innings. He's given up 38 hits, 22 runs, 17 of them are earned. She's walked 21 batters, struck out 16. And opponents this season hitting .384 off of Rush.
Yeah, Rush, a redshirt sophomore, redshirted last year and played her freshman year injured. They weren't really aware of what was going on, but had to redshirt She's going to have some higher velocity on this pitching staff. Solid change of speed, which we saw from York, you know, is really important to be able to do, and is developing a rise ball. And I don't care what kind of mechanics you have. If you have a good rise ball, you know, you're going to struggle against a good rise ball pitcher. So, you know, Rush coming in, hoping to limit the damage.
Well, comes in a tough spot, a runner on third with just one out. And Maddie Rutan will be the first batter she faces. Rutan, you flash back to the second inning in a 3-2 count. Left the yard that gave Tennessee the early 2-0 lead. Eddie Ball's trying to stretch it out here. Got the changes in here. Plate umpire tonight, Dave Reinecker. Now ready for Rutan. Not a big transfer class for Tennessee, but they've got 3 of them that are really making an impact in the lineup. Rutan, one of them, has been in the last 2 years in the Atlantic Sun with Eastern Kentucky. Watches 1-0 up and away.
Yeah, Coach Weekly has described it over the years as, you know, kind of feeling like a kid in a candy store with these transfers and being able to pick up some great talent.
Roller left side, the throw goes to the plate, and they've got Emma Clark at first. Pederez, the strike to home, and the tag from Kleinfelter. Tennessee Tech cutting off the run at the plate.
That is heads up. That's a great pre-pitch thought by Pederez. You know, even if it's a slow roller, I'm headed home. She fielded that cleanly. Great job by Kleinfelter back there.
Clark immediately sprung up and tried to, you know, signal to the dugout that she was safe. And the play is going to video review, and just the one replay we saw, looked like the tag might have came a little, you know, higher up on the left arm of Clark, more towards the elbow or even the bicep. We'll slow it down and get a better look, but that left hand might have actually gotten to the plate before the tag came down from Kleinfelter.
Yeah, I'm interested to see this one and where exactly she made that tag, because the ball beat her for sure. Ooh. That is tight, but Kleinfelter just kind of stays down up at the top of the plate, right? And it's tough because as a catcher, you're so afraid of the O word, the obstruction, you know, you don't want to get in the way. And so I think that that sometimes they're going to hang out there a little bit much, but I think you're right. I think that
here we got a better look now.
But tag may have been high.
That's a really good replay.
Shot. Good job, team. That is a great shot.
Yeah, that's something in the last couple of years the SEC has done a good job of just around the conference. They have, 4K cameras that are fixed on each base, just static view that, are focused in to give you every angle. And, well, shout out home plate umpire Dave Reinecker there. Got it right on the field, it looks like. Again, still in review, and, well, we got the last one wrong, so I guess we'll hold on just a second. But I do think they got her at the plate. If so, it would be 2 down with the runner on first.
But again, just to reiterate, great heads-up play by Pederez. You could take that easy out at first.
After video review, the call on the field is confirmed. The player's out.
Confirmed. So one more look at it here. And just barely right there on the elbow.
If I'm her, I want that too. I'm telling my dugout, believe me, I was there. But, great call on the field. Good job on the review. And Tennessee Tech finds themselves with 2 outs.
So staying within striking distance. And Faith Rush came right in and able to get that lead runner from third. Now a much easier situation here with 2 down and a runner at first. It looks like Tennessee initially was going to pinch hit Alana Leach, but now I think with 2 outs, perhaps that was a move that came in anticipation of it getting overturned. With 2 outs, they're going to leave Bella Faw in her spot in the lineup. So Faw will get a chance to swing away. She flew out to left her first time through. Runner on first, 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. Tennessee's added 2 this inning. And Faw takes a close ball 1. Kenzie Butt drove in the first run of the inning, and then Emma Clark doubled, and the second run came in on a throw into the infield that got away.
Yeah, I think if you're Tennessee Tech, you're looking back at this inning, and that's the one that you really want back. I mean, the hits are going to happen, but if you can limit the mental mistakes, you know, the things, that's one of those things that that is avoidable.
Now 3 straight balls to Bella Faw. Top of the order lurking for Tennessee. Savia Morgan, the 9-hole waits on deck. Don't want to lose her here if you're Rush. Comes back with strike 1.
Yeah, Rush, when she needs it, that strike going to that screwball, but Faw last time got popped up on a changeup from York, so she can get to even it up, maybe an off speed.
3-1 off the plate, and Faw heads down to first, ball 4. So that sends Maddie Rutan up to second, and now Lady Vols with a runner in scoring position and 2 down for Savia Morgan. So Faith Rush not out of the woods yet. She got a start in game 2 of the series against Lindenwood over the weekend for Tennessee Tech. Went 3 innings, gave up the 1 run, did not get a result either way. Morgan starts to square around, never really brought the bat even, but watches it for strike 1. Karen Weekly wants to have a chat with her here.
Well, just trying to poke it through somewhere. You know, base hit could likely score a run. So I don't need you to, you know, be a hero right here. Just try to hit it where they're not and move from station to station, keep manufacturing runs.
A slap hitter in the truest form. Savia Morgan, really not seen her swing away much to it all in her career.
Well, and this is where if you're a slapper, being able to power slap and, you know, having those tricks up your sleeve is super important. If you're just kind of tapping it, you might be able to create some chaos, but being able to get it through the infield is incredibly important with runners in scoring position.
0-1 misses off the plate. So a ball and a strike. Savia Morgan up 2 on. That's in on the hands, rolled foul.
Had not seen an inside pitch. Morgan hadn't from Rush yet. That ball just, she was hungry for it, but it got up in on her hands a bit too quick.
Tennessee Tech a strike away from getting out of the inning. Back inside again to Savia Morgan, but just inside.
I love the attack by this Tech pitching staff, not afraid to go inside, not afraid to work the off speed. Doing a great job of mixing it up.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Morgan able to elevate it, but lines it foul up into the net. So still 2-2. Morgan really, in her short college career, hasn't seen much pitching inside. Many pitchers attack the inner half of the plate at all. I mean, most of the time last year when she was up, you saw the infield shift over and even bring an extra outfielder in from right. They really pitch her away. Over the plate here, Morgan knocks it into left. The runner heads home, the throw home. Got her. What a strike. Martin to Kleinfelter beats the hustling Rutan and keeps Tennessee off the board. What a throw indeed. Looked like Savia Morgan had her 3rd RBI of the year. Julie Martin had other plans in mind. Out at the plate, and for Tennessee, 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-0. We head to inning number 5, Tennessee Tech and Tennessee here in Knoxville.
During their free season. To learn more about the schedule, head over to usports.com or follow them on social media at ball_TV.
Two more runs for Tennessee in the bottom of the 4th. Starting inning number 5, and 4th-ranked Tennessee, a 4-0 lead on the Golden Eagles out of the Ohio Valley. Made the short drive over from Cookeville, and they've really given Tennessee all they could ask for so far, but the Lady Vols, anchored by Aaron Newer in the circle, have been able to keep the offense in check. Long half inning, though, in the dugout to wait for Newer.
Yeah, they did a great job of putting a couple more runs on the board, but some great defense by Tennessee Tech to limit the damage.
Kaylee Harris leads things off. She grounded out back to the pitcher her first time through. Goes after the first pitch from Newer, waves through it. Oh boy, that was nice. 58 miles an hour from Newer. Aaron Newer working quick here. Gets another ground ball. It's bobbled at second. Dodge sticks with it and able to get it over to first in time. Meredith Barnhart, by the way, staying in the game over at first base. She came in to pinch run for Mackenzie Butt in the bottom of the 4th. Did see an error earlier from Fall. A little bobble there from Dodge. And defense was an issue over the past weekend for Tennessee. Another ground ball, another chance for Dodge. This time clean to first, 2 down.
These Tennessee Tech players, I mean, they're putting the ball in play. Some weird bounces, kind of coming up on Barnhart there in the first at bat, but Newer doing a great job of still producing these ground balls that her defense can handle.
Kleinfelter led off the 3rd inning with a walk. Abby Kleinfelter back at the plate here, watches ball 1 miss high. So for Aaron Newer, early hit by pitch, but outside of that, a walk in the 3rd. She's really been fantastic. Back over the plate here for strike 1. And, for Newer, I'm sure that's nice to see after the last 3 weekends in the SEC. Gave up a 4-run inning against LSU, and then, didn't really get a lot of run to no fault of her own against Mississippi State just because Sage Margetco and Maddie Rutan and Carlin Pickens were also dominant. Wasn't a huge part of the weekend against Florida in that series loss either. But here gets the 1-2-3 inning. Kleinfelter flies out to left, and Newer continues to make quick work of Tennessee Tech. 1-2-3, go the Golden Eagles in the 5th. And that's now 8 straight set down by Newer. We head to the bottom of inning number 5. It's Tennessee 4, Tennessee Tech scoreless. Fans enjoying a nice night in the ballpark here as they watch their 4th-ranked Lady Vols lead 4-0 over Tennessee Tech. Cotton Eye Joe echoing throughout Sherry Parker Lee as we get set to start the bottom of the 5th. And for Tennessee, 4th, 5th, 6th innings, that's really been where they've been able to put a lot of teams away this year. In those 3 innings collectively, they've outscored opponents 92-8. Put up 2 in the bottom of the 4th. We'll look for another big inning in the 5th. Faith Rush, though, came out of the pen and got out of the 4th. Play at the plate ended it last inning, but we'll see this top of the order starting with Gabby Leach here in the 5th.
Well, that's what makes the Tennessee lineup so dangerous, right, is they learn pretty quickly what the adjustment needs to be. And we saw Coach Weekly take everybody before this next half inning and, lay out a game plan. And this team has done a great job of, buy-in and doing these little things to continue to adjust throughout the rest of the game, especially in these deep innings.
Gabby Leach, an 0 for 2 night, but a 2-0 count here. And now she'll see a 3rd pitch in an at-bat. That's the most she will have seen in an at-bat this game. Swung at the 2nd pitch back in the 1st, and then 1st pitch swinging in the 3rd. Goes after the 2-0, but rockets it foul towards the Tennessee Tech dugout. Leach has had some big swings in SEC play. 3 home runs in the opening SEC series for Tennessee against LSU, including a walk-off winner. And the 2-1 runs in and got her. Hit by pitch puts Gabby Leach on. 7th time this year she's been plunked. She leads the team in that category.
Yeah, this curveball. I love the competitive nature of this pitch. Throwing close to somebody is personal. It's a tough thing to do, but that curveball rising up and in on her hands, and Tennessee gets that first runner on here.
Leadoff batter on for Ella Dodge. She's 0 for 2 today. Goes after the 1st pitch, sends it the opposite way, running into foul territory. Julie Martin giving chase, but it falls down into the Tennessee bullpen. Faith Rush, junior. A softball running really in the family. As she just misses on the 0-1. Her sister, Hope Rush, she played 4 seasons at Georgia Tech, was an All-American for the Yellow Jackets, and their dad, Bo, was their prep coach. Rush ready for the 1-1. Fires, tipped foul. The runner took off for 2nd there. Gabby Leach was trying to steal. Perhaps the hit and run on. So Leach heads back to 1st. That was something early in the season, especially in non-conference play. Tennessee was really active on the base paths, trying to steal a good bit, but it's really slowed down in conference play. Leach 4 for 5 on stolen base attempts this season.
Well, trying to create chaos early in the season is super important, right? You're trying to see who has the speed, see what you can test and push and get away with. But once you get into conference play, you've got some pretty solid catchers behind the plate and not able to get away with much.
Counts 2-2 to Dodge. Pitch clock winding down, and that got a piece of Dodge. Upper arm, back-to-back hit batters.
Oh, that ball again. I love trying to go inside, but Dodge cannot even get out of the way of that. Hit her pretty square, and if you're Rush, again, I really love the competitive nature of trying to go inside on these lefties, but you got a screwball that doesn't move quite as much. It's a bit straighter of a pitch. That curveball has a bit more cut on it. Just not able to spot that quite as well.
So back-to-back hit batters ends the night for Faith Rush. Tennessee Tech will make a change in the circle. 3rd arm of the evening, and it's reigning OVC Pitcher of the Week, Addison Abell, senior from Sparta, Tennessee. Began her career at Union University, but She spent the last 2 years in purple and gold. She was excellent over the weekend against Lindenwood. You look at her season stats, and a 3-2 record. This is appearance number 18, a 3.00 ERA, and 51 1/3 innings this year. Abel, 49 hits allowed, 28 runs, only 22 of them earned. 20 walks to go with 16 strikeouts, but gets a lot of soft contact. Opponents hitting .250 off of Abel.
Coach Penner talked about how consistent Abel is and how she hits her spots well, and that she's a senior. That comes with the territory, right? Comes with that composure, and she's done a great job to hit spots and miss barrels.
Over the last 8 games, she's been a big part of Tennessee Tech's midseason turnaround as well. 2-0 record in the last 8, 1.15 ERA, and again, OVC Pitcher of the Week coming out of the weekend against Lindenwood. She took a no-hit bid into the 7th in the series opener, a 1-hit complete game shutout, just 1 strikeout in that one, and then came back in the finale and fired 3 2/3 shutout innings to help Tennessee Tech sweep that series.
And how great is it, if you're Coach Penner, to have 2 nods for Pitcher of the Week back-to-back? I mean, that's got to say a lot for your pitching staff and what they're able to bring to the table, and it's got to be exciting going into conference further and what they're going to be able to accomplish in conference play.
Yeah, for Tennessee Tech, they stay on the road, of course. I mean, this a short drive back to Cookeville tonight, but this kicks a stretch of road games for Tennessee Tech. They'll head to Moorhead State over the weekend, and then back on the road again the following weekend to take on Western Illinois. They try to build on a 6-3 start in OVC play. Lady Vols trying to build on a good start to the inning. Runners on first and second, nobody out for Sophia Knight. She tripled in her last at-bat, gets a bunt down here, and it's a good one in front of this plate, no play, as Kleinfelter just holds on to it, and the bases are loaded for Tennessee.
Just indefensible. What are you supposed to do with this? I mean, she does a great job of seeing that ball in, and it just dies right in front of the plate. There's no way to get around that to throw it to first. She's already there with the speed of Sophia Knight. So bases loaded for Tennessee here with Ella Morrison up.
And potential game-winning run at the plate. Bases loaded, and the first pitch called, strike 1 to Morrison. Again, up 4-0 here, but Morrison would be the 8th run of the game and would end this one in 5. Leach on third, Dodge on second, Knight on first. 0-1 to Morrison. Rolled over foul.
I think Morrison can smell blood in the water, can feel what is at stake with this at bat, and just tries to do a bit too much with it there. You can see big, deep breath by Morrison, settling back in, and base hit, scores a couple runs here.
Good crowd on hand tonight as the sun setting over Sherry Parker Lee. 0-2 to Morrison. Another foul ball. Tennessee 10 hits with the bases loaded this year, 2 home runs. Taylon Holly, the grand slam against UCLA. Back when the Lady Vols knocked off the Bruins in Clearwater, Shiner's Children's Clearwater Invitational. Ella Dodge at home had a grand slam. That was against Penn State to give them the lead in the Tennessee Invitational.
Did you go on the road to Clearwater?
I did. It was.
It's a big tournament, huh?
It is a lot
awesome.
of fun. I mean,
Really
the level of competition.
So good.
Nice to get a little sun in February, too.
Absolutely.
1-2's popped up. Playable in foul territory. A long run, running grab made by Harris. Runner's going to tag from third, throw to the plate. Not in time. Gabby Leach scores. Sac fly RBI for Elsa Morrison. Makes it 5-0 Lady Vols.
Probably not the outcome that Morrison wanted, but an RBI nonetheless, and moves the lead to 5. Bit of a miscommunication over there in right field. Everybody headed for that one. I don't know that would have made the difference on the throw home, but great heads-up play.
24th RBI of the year for Morrison. That's 3rd on the team. And now Meredith Barnhart will get an at-bat. She came in to pinch run last inning for Mackenzie Butt, stayed in the game at first, and now grabs the bat here at the plate. Barnhart still looking for her first career hit as the first pitch misses high.
Tech still looking to go inside on these lefties, and again, I love the challenge, just making sure that you keep that curveball tight and in check, because then it's effective, right, up underneath the hands, but otherwise, hitting batters is not helpful.
Watto misses off the plate, and for Barnhart, again, I mentioned, looking for that first hit still, and she's put together plenty of good at-bats this year. She's walked 9 times this year,
wow.
and she's scored 3 runs. So, just has been selective and hasn't really had a lot of opportunities to put one in play, but does go after the 2-1, fouls it off. Excuse me, the 2-0 and fouls it off.
Well, that's great for her, though, right? Because I think that when you get walked a bunch, you can be kind of overly aggressive, and then those walks can turn into strikeouts. But great on her for continuing to stay patient.
Well, patient here as the count moves to 3-1. First base is open, but you got a freshman at the plate, and Emma Clark, who's 2 for 2 today on deck with a couple of doubles. I don't think she's trying to pitch around Barnhart by any means. Now there's the first hit. Past the glove of Harvey, it's into the corner. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. Knights waved home. RBI double, Meredith Barnhart. Had to wait a while for it, but her first hit is a 2 RBI double.
Yeah, could not have come at a better time for her team. Puts them within 1 run of a run roll win. Finds herself on second base, and she hit that ball so hard down the right field line. That ball was outside. She pulled that hard to right field, and again, just so hard to defend that. Congrats to Barnhart on that
little shimmy and second hit. Back to the dugout
yeah,
there,
I'd be excited too. That's awesome.
And her teammates fired up for her. But now Emma Clark, she has 2 doubles today and a chance to end it with a base hit here if she can drive that run home from second. Off speed on the first pitch, 55 looked at for strike 1.
I've been loving that out of Tennessee, and newer too, not afraid to go first pitch strike off speed, and if you're a hitter, that is just real tough to figure out to time up.
0-1 into center field, hanging up for Evans, who makes the running grab. And now 2 down here in the 5th.
If you're Tennessee and you're Maddie Rutan, like, you already had a home run this game, and you've been seeing the ball well. Has hit the ball hard and has a chance to be a hero here, put it away here in the 5th.
Homer and a fielder's choice this evening for Rutan. 2 outs and a runner on second as she watches the first pitch strike. Tennessee does have 10 run rule victories this season. The 0-1 to Rutan. Big cut, swing out of her shoes. Strike 2.
Good pitch by Abel right there, and again, Rutan hungry, ready to put it away.
Abel, though, has battled back 2 straight strikes, trying to push it to the 6th. And a flare shot over to short, hangs up for Bishop. And Abel able to strand that potential game-winning run at second. But for Tennessee, 3 more runs in the bottom of the 5th. They push their lead out to 7-0, heading to inning number 6 here in Knoxville. Heading to inning number 6 as Tennessee stretched their lead out over Tennessee Tech 7-0. Fans doing a little YMCA as we come back for the 6th. They're having a good time watching their Lady Vols tonight. Good warm evening here in March. Aaron Newer back out for another inning of work, but a new catcher behind the plate for Tennessee is Jackie Kirkpatrick. Takes over for Emma Clark behind the dish. Aaron Newer, 5 scoreless to this point. Has really settled into a rhythm here the last couple of innings. She's retired 8 straight Tennessee Tech batters. You see Faith Rush to begin the 5th here. So Rush getting an at-bat as she swings through the first pitch from Newer. Ten at-bats on the year for Rush, still looking for her first hit. Fouls this pitch from Newer off.
And Newer doing a great job to jump ahead in this 6th inning, later inning, after you feel like you've kind of got it settled in, and maybe you're going to end the game, having to go out here in this next inning, coming out strong.
2 bounces into the circle. It's off the chest of Newer, but stays close. Picks it back up, and it's in time to Barnhart.
Boy, it's so easy to panic in those situations as a pitcher. You just get done with your pitch, bobble that ball, but she was able to collect it and throw it to first very well, get that first out.
So Olivia Evans, she's been impressive in center field tonight. It's been on base once. 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch to start the game. First pitch misses inside from Newer.
Yeah, you mentioned her defense, Evans' defense. She's been lightning out there in center field. Such great hustle plays.
She was a star for Tennessee Tech last year, and entered the year on the OVC preseason watch list. One of 2 Golden Eagles to crack that list.
And then you see why. I mean, like we were talking about before, it's things that you can't keep statistics on, those hustle plays. It just makes you invaluable, especially as an outfielder, being able to save those extra bases for your pitcher.
Offered at the 2-0, cut foul. For Aaron Newer. A nice performance from her this evening. Again, sets herself up for SEC play against Ole Miss this weekend, and gets a swing and miss at the 2-1. Again, got off to such a strong start this season. In fact, began the year with a no-hitter against BYU. Then the very next week, down in that Shriners Children's Clearwater Invitational. A rise ball home. Got the swing and miss. 3rd strikeout for Aaron Newer. There's 2 down in the 6th.
Not super strikeout heavy tonight, but this pitch up in the zone on a slapper, up and in, man, that's tough. A great strikeout pitch by Newer.
Sophia Carroll.
10 straight set down by Newer. Sophia Carroll will try to snap that streak with 2 outs for Tennessee Tech. 0 for 2 today. She takes the first pitch up and away.
Carroll kind of unable to keep it off the ground today. Lots of ground balls by Tennessee Tech. In fact, they're looking to maybe start a little spark for Tech here with 2 outs.
1-0's off the plate. Mentioned that hot start for Newer. I mean, not only was she excellent that first weekend, then she became the first pitcher since Montana Fouts back in the Women's College World Series to one-hit UCLA. 2-0's rolled to second. Dodge down on it. And another 1-2-3 inning. Down in order goes Tennessee Tech. 11 straight set down by Aaron Newer. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Lady Vols looking for a run to end it.
Hey, Lady Vol fans, Tennessee continues its homestand this Friday, March 27th, when they host Ole Miss in Game 1 of the 3-game series. It'll be 90s night. Get ready to turn back the clock and be sure to arrive early and snag a pair of retro-inspired sunglasses. Free to the first 500 fans. First pitch is scheduled again for 6 p.m. this Friday versus the Rebels, and resale tickets are available at allballs.com.
Bottom of the 6th. Michelle LaCourse, Charlie Collier here with you as Tennessee a comfortable lead over Tennessee Tech, 7-0. Chance to end it here in the 6th with a run. And we'll start this 6th inning with the pinch hitter. So we saw Alana Leach last inning start to grab a bat and hit for Bella Faw. Excuse me, that was in the 4th. Now she will pinch hit for Bella Faw to start the 6th. So Alana Leach has been in the starting lineup more often than not for Tennessee this year. Got the night off here tonight, but now we'll grab a bat and hit. Junior from the Woodlands, Texas. Addison Abell back out, another inning of work for Tennessee Tech.
We've seen quite a lot of shakeup in the Tennessee lineup. Pieces moving here and there, getting some different looks. Coach Weekly just trying to get this team back on track after that tough series loss in Gainesville.
1-0 hit out to right field, and that'll end it. Alana Leach sends Tennessee home. Run rule victory over Tennessee Tech. And that also means Aaron Newer, a no-hitter for the Lady Vols. So a walk-off homer secures a win, and Aaron Newer's second no-no of the year, 4th of the season for the Tennessee pitching staff. What a night here in Knoxville.
Huge day for Tennessee. This ball absolutely crushed by Alana Leach. Tennessee needed this going into their next conference series. Great job by Newer and just a potent Tennessee offense. Tennessee Tech, nothing to hang their heads about. Great performance by all 3 of their pitchers this evening. Just could not seem to crack through and get a run or a hit. But Tennessee Tech doing a great job in this midweek matchup.
Again, though, Aaron Newer, the no-hitter for the 4th time this season. Tennessee pitchers have thrown a no-hitter. Aaron Newer's been involved in 3 of them, and that's now 65 in program history. So he's looking for a momentum builder ahead of SEC play. How about a no-no to build some momentum? Again, Tennessee 8-0 tonight over Tennessee Tech. All smiles from Aaron Newer by her teammates. Tennessee win number 29. Vols move to 29-3. Back in SEC play this weekend against Ole Miss. Tennessee Tech falls to 9-19 before they head to Morehead State. But for Michelle LaCourse, I'm Charlie Collier, and everybody else here on our SEC Plus crew, appreciate you tuning in tonight. Lady Vols no hit Tennessee Tech. Final score 8-0.